What do we have here? What's up, guys? GeorgeTheCloud here. My name's Jorge, aka George. Welcome to the channel and welcome to my life. We're checking out Michael Jackson DS 80s mix 12-inch version with Freddie Mercury. This sounds very promising, and it's a special request, donation even, by Tonia Richardson. Thank you so much for being a great Patreon and supporter. I really appreciate it. So, of course, I know both of these guys. You know, we go way back to the 80s. You know, Michael and Freddie and I used to hang out a lot. Even in 1984, best year of music for me, they wanted to get him dead or alive. Here's the 80s version of DS, aka Dom Sheldon, with making a special guitar appearance with Syra Deli Conline? Syra Deli Conline, making a special guitar appearance. This 84 version is from the Victory Sessions. There's also a version that features guest vocals from Freddie Mercury, plus a guitar solo from Brian May from Queen on all versions. The downloaded link includes multiple versions with and without Freddie. Hope you enjoy this fun yet rocking jam. The Forever Universe continues in December. Get it while it's hot. Seriously, I know some, if not most of all these songs may get axed by them at any moment. So please use the download links well and share the music. Yeah, I'm surprised this hasn't gotten taken down, because this was posted by, you know, just somebody. Oh my god, this description is long. Yeah, you know what the heck, we're here for the history. The original version of DS was leaked by American producer Eulonzo on November 25, 2022. It was unknown this version existed. Although fans are familiar with the original version from the History album in 1995, the year I was born, as well as the remixed version on the Blood on the Dance Floor History in the Mix album. What a long name for an album. It has been revealed that DS, rumored to be originally titled Dom Sheldon, was originally written as far back as 1984 during the Victory Sessions with Cyradelic and Joe Kerr, as well as Freddie Mercury and Brian May from the band Queen at Westlake Recording Studios in Los Angeles. It's believed that this was made before the original version of State of Shock, a planned duet with Freddie Mercury. The song is rumored to have been written about themes such as bitterness, mistrust, and corruption within law enforcement. Michael uses the fake name Dom Sheldon as reference. Shortly after writing the song, he began working further on this version around the summer of 1984 with Joe Kerr and Sarah Graham, Syra Delic. Oh, so that's who we're featuring here with the on the guitars. While the song runs over 4 minutes, the 12-inch extended version is 6 minutes long with extra adlibs and vocals. Due to time constraints, the song was edited down to 2 versions to potentially fit on a vinyl if they ever decided to put it on an album. During the sessions for the song, Michael and Joe collectively brought in multiple musicians and friends. Freddie Mercury for guest vocals, who he had been working on several songs with from 1981 through 1983. His brothers Jackie and Marlon to join in on background vocals, as well as Sarah providing backgrounds as well. Brian May performed the guitar solo, which was Freddie's idea. And at the last minute, his sister Janet Jackson provided guest vocals on the 12-inch mix. And this is turning out to be a heavy thing. While they all liked this version, Freddie and Brian were too busy with the band's tour for the album The Works to re-record or finalize their parts, specifically Freddie's, hence why his vocals aren't as present. Plus, Michael's brothers were unsure how to feel about such a huge crossover collaboration, despite it mainly being Michael and Freddie/Brian, not all members of Queen. Still, like they said, a huge collaboration. So ultimately, this version was shelved into the vault. Certain elements of the song were later used for State of Shock by the Jacksons, both the original version with Freddie and the final version with Mick Jagger. Michael would later on revisit the song for the History album in 1994 through 1995, this one being produced by Michael himself. He eventually put it on the album, while this version remained unreleased. Michael and Freddie would later evolve it into State of Shock, which also became vaulted due to scheduling conflicts. Mick Jagger would later take Freddie's role as the guest/duet. It was released as a single from the Victory album in 1984. What a backstory to this, huh? Juicy, dramatic news we have here. All right. Well, what the heck? What are we waiting for? Grab some popcorn, fill up your water, put your headphones on. Let's go. I feel like I'm about to watch something prohibited, classified.
Ready? Yeah.
That's right. My hands. Adlib.
Come on, Smelly. Put out one of those rock songs you got.
And I've been trying to figure out the whole song, what he's saying in the chorus. Don't stand to something gold, man. I'm gonna have to look this up while we continue to listen. Dom Sheldon is a cold man. Very repetitive chorus. Dom Sheldon is a cold man over and over again, like pointing the finger at the corruption. First things first, we hit the like. Oh wait, here's a like. I subscribe to Alonso Mixes, and I have a link of the original video down in the description below. Alonso. Wait, this is by Alonso himself? He was mentioned here at some point. There was a lot of reading. And by the way, I have pulled up the Wikipedia page on the right to give us more information. So, DS is a song by Michael Jackson released on his 1995 album History, Past, Present, and Future, Book 1. It is a rock song that conveys themes such as bitterness, mistrust, and corruption within law enforcement. It was written, composed, and produced by Jackson and includes an instrumental accompaniment and guitar solo by Slash. But this is the this is the different version. The song is a diss track. The lyrics are interpreted as an attack on Santa Barbara County District Attorney Tom Sneddon, whose name is similar to the subject of the song, Dom Sheldon. Sneddon controlled the investigation into Jackson following the 1993 accusations of child sexual abuse against him. Jackson was angered by the allegations, his perception of the frequent mistreatment of people of color by the police and media, and the negative effect on his health. Heavy situation. Yeah, I mean, reading the attorney's name here, the district attorney, Tom Sneddon, it sounds like it's pretty much about him. And I can only imagine how much Michael was going through at the time. Can I say for sure that he's innocent? No, I guess, what even happened to the case? It became sort of indefinite. They just left it as is, especially after his passing. It's like, well, what are you going to do now? But I don't know. What happened. Is he guilty? Or I don't think so. From what I've seen, he was very troubled. He was very troubled due to his childhood and the abuse by his father and Sony and all these things. But I think that led to his personality being a bit weird, and also he was introverted. Also, you have to understand he was so famous that it's not like he could live a normal life, right? He had to stay hidden in the shadows, couldn't do things regular people did. I mean, of course, there's many very, very famous people today. Probably the most being Taylor Swift, the most famous musician right now. But I think he was higher than that. He was just legendary for everybody back in the day. And I saw a video once that he had to rent out a whole supermarket and do the shopping and hire everybody as like just individuals, right? But that goes to show how sort of disconnected from reality he was, and therefore maybe he might have done some shady stuff. Sexual abuse, I don't think. That's probably what they used to try to get to him and take him down for whatever reason. But anyway, yeah, I could mostly hear Michael's vocals. Didn't really hear Freddie, to be honest. I mean, I might have to go back and listen to this again, but if anything, it was very faint. And they did mention that in here, that for the reasons stated, that his vocals were kind of toned down, not as prominent. But yeah, it's one of his songs for sure. It has the 80s beat, and Michael Jackson, I guess, a man ahead of his time in terms of police brutality. Or maybe this has been happening and it's just more acceptable to talk about it now. I wasn't living in the 80s, of course, so I have no idea how people received or perceived Michael Jackson's songs about police brutality, right? And there's so many of his songs are about that: discrimination, racism, stuff like that. I guess people, maybe the thing is that the songs were so good that people enjoyed them, and then they forgot about the message or just kind of put it to the side. That could be the issue. But now, of course, in the United States, there's such a big talk about racism and discrimination and canceling and all that. I think that was mostly big, I would say 2014, or no, maybe later, even later. I think 2018. I think that started getting more media attention and stuff like that. So yeah, another song. I feel like this is like I said, just something secret that not many people have heard. And of course, it would have been amazing if they had continued the collaboration, being able to finish it off, polish it, and release a song. That would have been cool, including, they said Slash here. Imagine having a song with all these people: Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury, Brian May, Slash, Mick Jagger. Man, times were different back then. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hit the like, subscribe, and at the end, do a flip. Till the next.